Ohtani gets the hit off of another lefty to start the game. They need Scherzer to go tonight. I think if he throws more than 3 innings, they win. I'm envisioning him going down and in sliders to Raleigh, and if he's landing them for swings and misses, like just off the strike zone, a little bit below, a little bit in, if he's able to get those swings and misses, he'll have a good night.
We're going to go back to Max Scherzer, which you called correctly. 5th inning, didn't want to come out of the game, told John Schneider he wasn't coming out, gets out of a jam. Were you impressed with what you saw from Scherzer last night?
Very impressed. How could you not be? He was throwing a little harder than I thought he would be yesterday. He was hit 96 a few times, but he was dialed in. He was a little shaky in the 1st inning, and then he settled down, and once he got through 3, I felt pretty good about the Blue Jays.
What is this, like, how many pitchers in baseball are allowed to do what he did there?
Well,
Good question.
allowed is a tricky. We had a guy, Stephen Kolek, who's a rookie, try to do it to our manager this year. It didn't work.
He grabbed him out of there.
We all laughed at him about that.
Going,
But every pitcher wants to do that. It's just, it's not really going to happen unless it's a specific few guys.
I just think in the playoffs, though, you have to let the manager go with feel, with guts, with instinct. Obviously, I understand the analytics and the numbers. I think that's a big part of it. But you also have to, I think when you mix them in the playoffs, that's when it's best.
So you're saying allow when you say let the manager go with those things, let him leave Scherzer in if from hearing him talk to him,
yes.
It's like, okay,
don't just say, hey, you hit your pitch limit, you're out. Like, let it go, let the field.
I think it fires up the team, too.
Totally
agree. It feels weird that, like, you're leaving. It feels like you actually, like, lost power, but I think you gained power in the clubhouse. Like, no, I rock with you guys.
Yeah.
Also, now they got to win 2 more, but they now, as we talked about yesterday, have home field the rest of to the Blue Jays. If they get to the World Series, what do you think this start means for Scherzer in the World Series?
I think it just gives him a ton of confidence. He probably didn't have a ton of confidence going into that game, but after you do that to an offense that's been rolling, you feel really good about it right now. So I can't imagine he'd pitch again in this series, but he'll probably be lined up for game 1 or 2 of the World Series if they make it.
We didn't include this prediction in your little predictions rip. Blue Jays down 1-0, man on second for the number 9 hitter, Jimenez, gone. You called this that you want the bottom of the order to kind of carry sort of the Blue Jays to victory. And again, a correct prediction.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm watching it, I'm sitting there, maybe I don't like it all that much. I loved it, Brew. I loved it. Yeah. I'm just sitting there so happy. I couldn't have been happier watching it. This is the most fun I've had watching baseball in a long time. So.
Well, it is a unique perspective of all of a sudden you could, like, the skin in the game of I really want to be right is a totally
the dopamine
hit of being something right. You'll feel it at some
Oh, you don't think so? All right, let's go out to LA. We talked about this too. We talked about upstairs that Ohtani wasn't having a great statistical performance, but you had some advanced stats that turns out were even too nerdy for Nick that you didn't use. But you did predict that he would play better this game. Are you liking what you're seeing from Ohtani?
Yeah, I mean, not to go too crazy just because I'm in a good mood today, but some are calling it the swing that turned the tide.
Oh, wow.
For the, it's my last day here. I got to get some of these.
Gotta get him in. The tide was already going in the good direction, but maybe for him.
For him personally.
We'll workshop that one, but go ahead.
So now, he goes out tonight. He's pitching. Maybe he can get a win for him and finish the series.
All right. I have to hand up. I have to admit something. Yesterday, you said, just kind of in passing, you're like, and Ohtani was hitting on the field for the first time, and then kept going. And in my head, I'm like, what is that? I was a little like self-conscious, like, hitting on the field, what does it mean? Then I'm watching the game, and I realized I didn't know he takes all his BP inside at the batting cage. And that's what I
don't know if it's a tradition or superstition or combination.
Right. So that's what I was going to ask is, why? Have you ever been around a player, like, why would a guy typically not hit on the field? What do you do BP in a cage inside? Because that's what they were saying is he broke that tradition a game ago or whatever
Yeah.
it was. Is you referenced it, but I honestly just didn't know what you were talking about. But then now I understand it. Why would guys do that?
So a lot of older players especially won't hit on the field a lot. Like Salvador Perez doesn't hit on the field a whole lot because he's seen the visuals. Most of the time you're hitting on fields to get the visual of, okay, what's it going to look like when I'm in the batter's box? He's never been a big hit on the field guy. Maybe he tries to hit too many homers. It can mess up his swing a little bit. But also he's different than everybody because he pitches too. So he's doing throwing. He's working on his arm in the meantime. But a lot of guys will not want to hit on the field because they want to lock in their mechanics of their swing. And a lot of times, if you hit on the field early, you might just try to launch homers, and that doesn't always translate to the game.
Yeah, if it's Ohtani too, it's like everyone's there.
You guys aren't just ripping takes backstage. You gotta.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of am.
Brew is more Ohtani.
Yeah.
Brew is out doing his own thing, watching all the interviews.
I'm FaceTiming Wilds after games. It takes.
Dodgers are up 3-1. Ground ball to Mookie Betts, who is all of a sudden playing shortstop now, turned into Derek Jeter with this throw to get Andrew Vaughn. Just a fantastic play from Mookie. He said he's never practiced that.
Really?
He said he's never practiced that.
Apparently the
particular
Dodgers
play.
don't practice anything. They said they didn't practice the wheel bunt play either. Maybe that's what happens when you have a team full of 10-year veterans.
That is a Jeter play.
That's
I know Jeter's not the only one,
He's
but
just an unbelievable player. And the fact that, like, we talk a lot, obviously, about offense, but the fact that he can bounce around the
He's a
infield
right
and outfield,
fielder.
he's
But not only was he a right
do
fielder,
that,
he won a platinum glove in right field, which is not only is it a gold glove, it is the best fielder in the league.
I didn't even know Platinum Glove
Yeah.
existed.
And he did it in Boston too. And I mean, that's wow.
that band.
Yeah. So he won the platinum glove in right field, moves the shortstop. I believe metrically he wasn't a great shortstop the past few years defensively, but this year he's up for the gold glove. Like what he does, incredible.
no, he's one of the. We give Wilds a hard time because he was traded 7 years ago, and Wilds isn't over it yet.
It should still burn.
But he is.
I mean, he's a all-time.
no, that's what I was going to say. He is legitimately one of the great players of his era, and I understand they are different players, but he is, if I may, in our last few minutes with Vinny here, he is what Bobby Witt can be. You know what I mean? Like career-wise. You know what I mean? A guy who does everything. Is an excellent fielder, hit for power, hit for speed, and having a guy like that on your team,
Can he bowl 300?
And he's
I
winning.
don't think any ball
And he's
300.
winning championships.
Yes.
Well, and
You know,
I think a
that's the
sneaky
thing.
part about him too is he's sacrificed a lot on the Dodgers, where he was. It's not easy ego-wise to be the man, and then Ohtani comes in, and
Good point.
at first Mookie was hitting leadoff. Ohtani wasn't hitting great, hitting second, I believe, and then they switched it, and Mookie had always hit leadoff.
Yeah,
So-
you're like multiple. You're MVP.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
you
it's
got
like, and 1 to 2, that's not a massive difference, obviously, when you've been doing something your entire career at an MVP level, and then they ask you to change.
Quickly, prediction. Do you think the Dodgers are going to sweep?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I do. I don't
How
really
tough
have,
is it for Milwaukee, just mentally? When
that's
you're
probably the
down?
hardest part of knowing what it's happened once. We were talking about it yesterday a little bit. It's happened once before coming back from 3-0. Congrats. You've got him on the mound. You know that if you win this game, you've still got Snell. You've got to go through these starters again. You just lost Jackson Churio. Who's your best player. It's going to be tough for them to come back.
If they do sweep, obviously ALCS is going at least 6. Right now, my money would be on it going 7. Just quickly here, how big of an edge does that give the Dodgers if they can if everything's perfect, set the rotation, all of it, and then other series goes a full 7 games?
Yeah, I mean, that's the great part about getting time off is you can set your pitching up however you want. But they're going to have if they win today, they'll have a week off because the World Series is on Friday next week, no matter what.
Versus Russ.
Any rest versus Russ? Yeah.
For hitters, yes. For hitters, yes. For pitchers, it's better. Like you always want the time off because you can set your pitching up.
Fantastic job.
You were great all week.
Great
Excellent.
prediction.
So much.
Thank you very much. I'm going to get out to a Kansas City Royals game. Seats are.
This guy, he's just the worst.
I would offer you tickets, but you could just buy them.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.